Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful. Man, I tell you what, some of the conversations that I try to keep the page fun and promise me it's going to get a lot better. I can't wait till we can bring in guests and do more lives and stuff like that. And that's coming ASAP. ASAP. I'm actually going to be doing some work on that thing tonight. But as we talk about the state of the American bully, and of course we hear all the things that people say, and it's unfortunate, but it's true. It's unfortunate in the sense that we look at a breed and it started off with great intentions, but when you talk about all of the mixing and you talk about the state of the registries and you talk about what's going on inside of the breed of the American bully, it's pretty pathetic. You know, if you are a new breeder, if you are just getting into this, if you've been into this, you know what I mean. We're in a fight. If you really like this breed, we're in a true fight because we can't conform to the notion that we can change the breed every day. We can't conform to the notion of what's going on, and I've spoken about what's going on with the abkc and even some of these other registries. For people to sit back and to really believe that any of these registries or any of these people, so-called breeders, are trying to do the best by the breed, when you're allowing flaws and you're allowing health issues and you're allowing these things to not only to be a part of the registry but to thrive, and you're awarding it, it's really a direct attack on the whole integrity of the breed of the American bully itself. You know, we sometimes people say, "Oh, it's dramatic," but when I talk about all these breeds, I'm being real with y'all. You will go to know, if you want to know about your breed, go to look at the other breeds. This is why we're going to be a all breed kennel club. Not all breed, but we do have a lot of breeds. We have a lot of very athletic dogs, some protection dogs, some good dogs. And the reason why we're going that route is because we need to up the level. We need to up the bar of what we're trying to do. Out of all of our breeds, if you want to be realistic, the American bully would rank dead last. Dead last in overall conformation and in overall health. And that would be behind the French Bulldog. That would be behind the English Bulldog, That would be behind, even as we talk about, our breeds that we have sort of amended and created into their own slots as the Frenchy Bull and the English Bull. It is still behind those. And the reason being is because for years, the English Bulldog was picked on as saying that it was one of the worst breeds ever and this, that, and the other. But the truth of the matter is the American Bully is worse off than the English Bulldog at this point in time. We laughed at the English for its issues of being obese and not having the ability to breathe. But the truth of the matter is that the American Bully is obese and can't breathe either. Now, on top of it, some of the problems that the English generally doesn't have, like super turned out feet, horrible feet, the super, now some of them do have high rears, but the super high rears, the incredible heart issues and all the things that we are seeing in this breed, it's less in the English Bulldog than it is in the American Bully. The English Bulldog does have a shorter lifespan than most dogs, but the American Bully, the lifespan on a lot of these dogs is 2 and 3 years. Even the dogs, and I'm not picking on anybody, but even some of the dogs that y'all promoted so tough and y'all said were great dogs, these dogs die in 2 to 3 years, but we gonna talk bad about the English Bulldog? I mean, yeah, there are some bad English Bulldog breeders, but the truth of the matter is I've owned English Bulldogs. I see them all the time. I've judged them all the time. The Englishes, for the most part, no, they're not as athletic, but as a breed, the English Bulldog is a lot more healthy than the American Bully at this point. We have dogs that have tested positive for pushing out genes as far as deaf, blind. We know big time about the heart issues, the heart murmurs, all of the the cardiovascular issues, the neurological issues. We know a lot about the hips. The American Bully is one of the only dogs that has this type of size and ability that rarely ever gets tested to see what the hips are about, but yet and still we know that we have a heavy amount of hip issues. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm saying this, basically screw all those other people who say that they're not here for the, that they're doing whatever they want to do. If you care about this breed, you should start health testing. And if you can't, for whatever reason, make the health testing happen, for whatever reason, at least breed responsibly. Educate yourself on the breed. Educate yourself about, all of the issues that come in the breed, the severity of the issues, and make smart decisions on how you're going to improve this breed going forward. I'm going to tell you right now, a dog with heart murmurs should not be bred. A dog with heart murmurs and should not be bred. A dog with heart murmurs should not be bred. A dog with a history of cardiovascular issues should not be bred. A dog with serious deteriorating hips should not be bred. These issues should not be bred back into the breed. Dogs that suffer from severe symptoms of dwarfism should not be bred. Down syndrome should not be bred. I feel like that I'm saying something that is very, very simple, but we've broken this breed down to the point that it is truly, and I love the American Bully. As y'all know, I helped start the American Bully. But at the end of the day, when we look at our breed, how can we take pride in something that is literally the most unhealthy dog in the world outside of the exotic? This is reality. This is fact. This breed is not growing and going forward in a positive direction. This is why you can have the same dogs dominate a breed for year after year after year for a long time. And it's nothing against the dogs that are dominating. It just goes to show that the competition level, and for the million breedings that are being done every year, we're not making great dogs. A lot of this is very average. Even some of the dogs that have been promoted on a heavy level, you can go and you can easily spot the flaws and the issues that are being promoted as champions and grand champions. And I tell you, that shows how much lower our bar is as far as the breed goes, because when you go to the grand champions and the legendary dogs of other breeds, you can't even point out issues on these dogs. You're not going to point out, oh, that dog, yeah, he's a great champion, and this, that, and the other. He's got a kink tail. He's got a high rear. You know what I mean? He's got a bad top line. He's got bad feet. He's got breathing issues. He's got temperament issues. And when I speak about temperament issues, I'm not just saying the dogs that are lunging and acting crazy. I'm talking about the dogs that are cowering down, hanging their head, and have to be drug around the ring also. Then we talk about the integrity of the breed, and the integrity of the breed is greatly damaged because, there's so much dishonesty in the DNA testing. There's so much honesty, well, the lack of DNA testing. We don't know what these dogs are. So those who are trying to breed and people who are getting a great inspiration from the breed, these breeders have no problem sending you a trash dog. As long as they can pump it out, as long as they can get you to write a check or send them a Cash App or a Zelle or a PayPal or a Western Union or whatever they can send you, but they don't care, about, the quality in which we putting out here. My intentions has never been to hate on other people. If y'all notice, especially if y'all follow me on Facebook and, and you go to TBKC page and stuff like that, not the business page, but the group page. If you go to those pages and different things and you see some of the dogs I promote, a lot of them aren't mine. I love Mufasa. Mufasa right now still, him and the bear are still my two favorites out there. They're getting a little bit older, but they're still my two favorite dogs out there right now. Beautiful specimens and what I feel like that the breed is supposed to be. I don't have any connections to those dogs, I'm friends with the owners of the dogs, but it's not like I'm promoting them because of that. I'm promoting them because these are great examples for the breed and pushing the breed forward. We've got the game so twisted now that we believe that there's a million studs that can carry forward this breed. This breed is in a predicament at this current time that, to be truthful, the breed can only be carried forward by a couple people. A couple dogs. It's only a couple dogs that actually earn the right to say that they're top quality dogs that should be out here, producing. You see them, they produce good, healthy dogs. And I'm always going to use the term healthy because if the dog can't live, it can't win. If you don't get to the very foundation, and the very foundation of everything is that the breed should just be better. That's the foundation. This is what the breed is about. Healthy. At the very foundation, the dog's got to be healthy. We can't even go anywhere else. We can't do anything else until it's healthy. You feel me? That's it. Our very foundation of these dogs has to be healthy. And right next to that, in the parallel category, is honesty. If we're going to improve this breed, we have to get to a point to where our basis starts with health. I would much rather have a healthy dog that's not as bully with great conformation and start to build off of that, because that's foundation. People keep using the term foundation, and I'm doing a video about that. Actually, I'll probably just add that one in next. But people keep talking about this, but we don't even truly understand what foundation is. We talk about brood stock and this and that and the other. These are all generic terms that dumbasses, abuse to try to get you to buy something. I'm somewhat frustrated on this video because I keep seeing people doing the same type of things, the same type of nonsense, going for glory, going for attention, when at our very, very premise of what this breed should be, we should be building something off of what it's supposed to be. We know there are a lot of elements that have been added in here that we have to clean up. But until the only way we can get to where we're supposed to be is if we truly have the ability to follow directions and do this the right way. Healthy dogs, DNA testing, health testing, pushing forward in a manner that we're not competing with the American Bully no more. We're competing with the greatest breeds in the world. To compete with the American Bully is like to be at the lowest of the low in all competition levels. This is like midget league football compared to the NFL. We got a long ways to go. We got to get to middle school, then we got to get to high school, then we got to get to college before we can start talking about going to a level of these other breeders. And it's an aspiration, it's a dream, and I hope that many of y'all had the same dream that, I hear a lot of y'all talk about one day I want to see American Bully in Westminster. What? That would be beautiful. But what is you willing to do about it? Because one thing about the AKC is it's not a hype registry. It's about winning. It's about quality. It's about bringing in the top animal. You've never seen a Westminster champion that wasn't the top, the best, that fit his standard as exactly what he was supposed to be. This is the way to win. Health. Follow the standard, and let's go forward in a way that makes us, start to be building something special. But we have to start off at the foundation, and the foundation has to be built on health. That's it. We can't go any other way. A lot of these videos coming up throughout this week, you'll see I start talking about the dogs. I go through, Remy's, the Pacos, the this, all over again. Some of them that I've talked about, I've talked about some other dogs that people wanted to be brought up. And like, what did you think about this? I get a lot of those questions. So we're going to talk about the Tonkas of the world, how Rock and Ruby affected the game, how King Lion affected the game. We're going to talk about a lot of that, and we're going to have features of some of the new breeds. But y'all understand that these new breeds, or so-called new breeds that's coming in to the TBKC, that's our competition. A lot of our shows won't be American Bully based. They'll be, straight up competition based. So let's do our thing to pull this breed together and make it a very competitive breed. Until next time, y'all, much love. Peace.